Hi kids! Today we're going to do Unit 8 of Mathematics. And in this Unit 8, we're going to learn about subtractions. What is subtraction? Subtract means to take away. And the minus sign is symbolizing the subtraction. So when we subtract two numbers, the result is called the difference. The difference is always less than the two numbers. Okay? So just like we had learned about additions in the previous few units, we were talking about additions and we had put together numbers and we got the sum of it, right? And we went shopping also using once we learnt about additions and learning to add numbers and coins and notes and all that. Now we need to learn how to take away also. How do we get the difference of two numbers? So let's see. Here, let's observe and learn. The first one we have 6 minus 3. 6 take away 3. So we're going to subtract 6 minus 3. So here we have how many donuts? We have some yummy looking donuts there. Can you count and tell me how many are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 donuts. Now, if we have to take away how much? We have to take away 3 from 6. So, can you cross out 3 donuts? They have already crossed out, right? We have crossed out 3 donuts. So, how much is left now? 1, 2 and 3. So 3 donuts are left. So when we take away 3 from 6, we have 3 donuts left. So here we have given 6 minus 3 is 3, or 6 take away 3 is equal to 3. Very good. Now in the same way, let's look at the next example. Here we have 9 minus 3. So we have 9 yummy cupcakes there. Now if we have to cross out 3 cupcakes, how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are left, right? So 6 cakes are left. So 9 minus 3 is equal to 6, or 9 take away 3 is equal to 6. Now let's learn the different ways of how we can subtract single digit numbers. The first method is crossing out. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. How do we get that? Now look at the 5 circles that are given there. Now when we cross out 3, 1, 2, 3 have been crossed out. How many circles are left? 2, right? Now let's look at the next one. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. How do we get that? We have 7 circles there and we cross out 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 are crossed out. How many are left? 3 are left, right? So that is the answer. That is the difference. Now the second method is using the number line. From 9 take away 3, start at 9 and move 3 steps back. Now you can look at the number line. Now here we need to move 3 steps back from 9. So from 9 we move to 8, 7, 6. So we get the answer as 6 is the difference of 9 minus 3. Now using the abacus method, 8 minus 5. What is the answer? So here we have 8 beads that are there. Now if we remove 5 beads, how many are left? We have 3 left. Very good. So 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. 8 take away 5 is equal to 3. Now the last method, that is the counting backwards. How many of you here know to count backwards? At least from 10. Can we all try counting? Okay, let's start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Very good. So using this method, we need to count backwards. Let's see how we're going to do that. So now we have 7 minus 3. So let's start from 7 and count 3 numbers before it. Now So let's take 7. Okay, we have 7 here. Now when we count backwards, we have to count the numbers before 7. Let's start from 7. So 7, 6 and 5. So how many are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the answer. So that is one way of counting and getting the difference. Now, in the next activity, we have subtract and find the difference by crossing out. 7 minus 3. So how many are we supposed to cross out? We have to cross out 3 ice creams here. Let's cross out 1, 2, 3 ice creams. How many ice creams are left? 1, 2, 3 and 4 ice creams are left. Now the next one. We have 8 minus 6. So we have 8 flowers. Let's cross out 6 flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. How many flowers are left? We have 2. Now in the same way, you go ahead and you do the rest. We have Mickey Mouse, we have balls and fruits there, right? So you cross out and see if you can get the answer, the difference for these numbers. Okay? Now let's move on to the next activity. Here they have given subtract the following using any method you know. So we talked about few methods, right? Number line method and counting backwards and crossing out using the abacus. So whichever you want. So today I'm going to use the counting backwards method. So the first one here is 8 minus 5. So let's take out 8 fingers and we need to count backwards starting from 8. Okay, so 5 numbers backwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so how much is left? We have 3 left. So 3 will be the answer. Very good. Now let's do another one. That is 7 minus 2. So take out 7 fingers and we need to count 2 numbers backwards from 7. So 7, 6. How much do we have left? We have 5. So let's write down 5. In the same way, let's do one last one. Okay? We have 9 minus 7. So take out 9 fingers and now we need to count from 9. We need to count 7 numbers backwards. Okay? So 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 and now we have how many? 2 left, right? So that is the answer. Okay? Now let's move on to the next page. Here we are going to learn about some interesting facts about subtractions. Just as we had learned about some interesting facts about additions, you remember, right? In the same way, we're going to learn about subtractions. Let's look at the first one. In subtraction, the order is very important. In addition, the order was same. For example, 5 plus 2 is equal to 7 and 2 plus 5 also was equal to 7. But in subtraction, it's not the same. If 3 minus 2 is 1, 2 minus 3 is not equal to 1. So in subtraction, the order is very important. Now the next one. The next interesting fact is when 1 is subtracted from a number, the difference is before the number before it itself. Okay? For example, 3 minus 1. If you take 3, if we have 3 minus 1, the answer would be the number before 3. What is the number before 3? It is 2. In the same way, if we have 2 minus 1, then it would be 1. Very good. And then if we have 4 minus 1, it would be the number before 4, that is 3. So in that way we have next interesting fact. When 0 is subtracted from a number, the difference is the number itself. For example, we have 3 minus 0 is the number itself, that is 3. And then we have 4 minus 0. 4 minus 0 is 4 itself. Okay? So the last interesting fact is when a number is subtracted by itself, the answer would be 0. For example, 3 minus 3, the answer is 0. Okay? And then if it is 4 minus 4, the answer would be 0. And then 7 minus 7, the answer would be 0. That's right. 1 minus 1, the answer is 0. So how do we get that? For example, I give you 1 chocolate, okay, and then I take away 1 chocolate. Then how much will you have? You will have nothing with you. So the answer is 0. So remember these interesting facts and they will help you to do the subtraction in a fun way and in a easy way. So using these interesting facts, let's move on to the next activity and solve them. The first one is subtract the following vertically. 7 take away 1. So 7 minus 1, any number when it is subtracted with 1, the answer would be the previous number itself. So what is the number before 7? It is 6. Yes. So the answer is 6. The next one, 8 minus 0. So any number subtracted with 0 is the number itself. So what is the number? It is 8 and that's the answer. The next one, 2 minus 2. Any number subtracted with itself, then the answer would be 0. Now the next one, 6 minus 0. So any number subtracted with 0 is what? Is a number itself. Very good. So did you have fun? It's easy, right? Now using this interesting fact, these interesting facts itself, you go ahead and solve the rest of it. Now let's move on to the next one. Subtract the following horizontally. Now they have given it horizontally. 8 minus 4. Like we are going to use the counting backwards method again. So if we have 8 and now we're going to count 4 numbers backwards from 8. Let's see if you're going to count with me. Count it right. Okay. 8, 7, 6, 5. So we're going to count 4 numbers. We counted. How much is left? 4. So the answer is 4. Write down 4. Now the next one is 7 minus 3. So count 3 numbers backwards from 7. 7, 6, 5. How much is left? 4. So let's write down 4. In the same way, you go ahead and write down the rest of it also. Now, let's learn and enjoy. Take away game. Collect 10 pebbles from the garden. Ask your friend to take away few of them. Find out how many are left. You can also play this with more number of seeds or pebbles. And the next one, open a pack of biscuits. Eat one and find out how many are remaining. So these are interesting things that you can do and practical things. And as you do, you can have fun and play and you can understand that when you take away something, you will know the difference. You will know how much is left. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next one. Subtraction of 2-digit numbers without borrowing. So here we have subtract 5 from 27. The steps here. So we have a place value house and first of all we have to write the number in the place value house. Subtract the ones. So what do we have in the ones place? We have 7 and 5. So when we take away 7 and when 7 minus 5 is 2. Write the answer in the ones column. Now subtract the tens. We have 2 and nothing. So 2 minus 0 is equal to 2. Write the answer in the tens column. Now the next one. Let's take away 14 from 38. Write the number in the place value house. Subtract the ones. 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Write 4 in the ones place, ones column. Subtract the tens. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Write 2 in the tens place. Now subtract 14 from 38 using abacus. Okay. Now you have to draw beads to represent the first number. Then strike off the tens and ones of the second number from the drawn beads. The beads left in each gives the answer. Okay. So first we have to draw. How many do we have in the tens place? We have 8, right? So let's draw 8 beads are drawn here. And then they have taken away 4. So when we take away 4, we have 4 left. So write down 4 in ones place. And then we have 3. 3 blue beads are drawn here, and then we have to take away 1 from that. How much is left? 2 is left. Now in the next one we are going to do more of subtractions. Okay, are you excited? Let's try and do them. Subtract the following: 76 minus 42. So first let's look at the ones place. We have 6 minus 2. When we do 6 minus 2, we have 4. Write down 4. And then 7 minus 4. The answer is 3. Now the next one, 84 minus 31. So let's do the ones place first. 4 minus 1 is 3. And then 8 minus 3 is 5. So the answer is 53. In this way, you take time and do solve out all the other takeaway problems that are given there. Now in the next page, we are going to do using the place value house again. So here, write the numbers in the place value house and subtract the following. So the first one is 14 minus 3. Let's do the ones place first. 4 minus 3 is 1. Write down 1. And then we have 1 here. So 1 minus 0 is 1 itself. Very good. Now let's do the next one. 19 minus 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. Let's write down 2 in the ones place. And then 1 minus 0 is 1. Very good. So the answer is 12. So in this way, you go ahead and do the rest of it. And if you turn the page and if you see, there are more practice that you have that you can do. There's more for you to practice. So take time and you can write down and see how much you have learned about these subtractions. I hope you all had fun learning today. See you all in the next chapter. Bye-bye.